Hey there, it's Robert with buttbells.com. For today's warm-up, it's more of a skill. You're going to work on overhead squatting and overhead lunging without any weight. So the object and what you want to get out of the overhead, any kind of overhead movement with the squatting and the lunging is extension. So not extension in your low back and your lumbar spine, but extension in your thoracic spine, your thoracic mobility. And to do that, to get it in your back is counterproductive. So how we teach that is to really contract your abs and almost get a posterior tilt to your pelvis, and then sit back with your hands above your head. What I find, if I try to anterior tilt my hips and then reach my arms back, all of it goes right into my low back. And if you have a weight over your head, the strain and the load goes into your low back and you lose the abdominal component of it, right? So how we like to teach it is arms above your head, and you're going to push your hands away from you, squeeze your triceps, pull your shoulders away from your ears so you get this nice extension in your upper body, and then work on your thoracic mobility, tightening up your abs, squeezing your butt, and almost getting this posterior tilt to your hips, and then sit back in this loaded, tight position so your back stays straight. And I don't try to get so extreme, at least now, I used to, and trying to get my hands above my head because my thoracic mobility doesn't allow me to do that without doing this in my back. So I ended up doing this at the bottom, and all the load was going to my back and it wasn't helping me out. So now it's all abs, right? Keep your head neutral and back up. So that's the overhead squat. The overhead lunge is performed the same way, except you're on one leg. So you can do this, you can do the overhead squat in front of a wall to ensure that you're staying fairly upright and not leaning all the way over. And when you do the lunge, it's the similar concept to stay upright, all right, without getting the extreme extension in your low back. Okay, so the workout is 3 rounds. You're going to start out with, each round has different length of meter row. So the first round, you do a 300-meter row. Second round, you do a 400-meter row. Third round, you do a 500-meter row. If you don't have a rowing machine, you can do a run, a sprint, or something like that. So you can do it outside, run 100 or 300 meters, 400 meters, and 500 meters. So you're going to do that before every round, and then you're going to do a light snatch with each side. So light, medium, heavy snatches. Your medium weight is the weight that you always use. So normally I use a 24, 28 kilo to do all my snatches. So I would go down a weight or 2 weights and then up one. So what I like to do with this one is keep it kind of even. So I did do 20 kilo, 30 kilo, 40 kilo. It's pretty challenging it challenged me in that, in the low reps, okay? So the first one is 10 on each side. 10 snatches each side. Then you're going to do 10 overhead squats. Right? Really work on your posture. It's not about getting them fast. This workout is not about how fast you can go. 8 snatches with the medium weight, and then 10 overhead squats. And then with the heavy weight, you're going to do 6 snatches on each side, and then 10 overhead squats. Once you're finished with the overhead squats, you do 10 on each side. Overhead lunges. In the second round, you do the 400 meters and then go back through your snatches and the overhead squats. Third round, 500 meters, snatches, overhead squats, and then the overhead lunge. All right, so there's your workout. Enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.